Okay, right. Oh, yes. If you're currently creating videos that aren't getting results for your business commercially, and by that I mean things like leads, sales, you're starting conversations with the right people, and you feel like whatever you're posting is just getting likes, it's just getting views, it's just getting comments, and just general vanity metrics. In this video, I'm going to share some ways that I've been able to build some pretty good businesses off the back of posting videos on the internet that get me customers. I guess what I want to say very briefly is that I've now been creating videos on the internet for probably about 15 years or so. I started out creating gaming videos with my friends on the internet, and the whole point of the channel was to see who could win and get more subscribers, basically. In the last 3 years, I have started 3 different types of businesses, 2 agencies, and today a community where I teach people how to make videos that actually get their business results and also make selling feel easier, etc, etc. And you'll see a lot of different course creators and stuff and influencers on the internet that tell you that it's very easy to create content and that growing your business with video is one of the easiest things to do if you just purchase their 6-figure course, pay $5,000, jump in, do a 30-day cohort, and then fuck off, basically. The problem with this is, well, there's a couple of different things. The first being that video is not actually as easy as a lot of people make it out to be. It's actually incredibly complex. There is nuance, there is specificity, there are so many things that can and probably will go wrong if you don't know what you're doing with, oh, you absolute spanner. There are a lot of things that can go and probably will go wrong when you're creating videos on the internet, okay? And I think a lot of people don't realize how long it actually takes to do fairly well with it, right? Now, I've been making videos for probably the best part of 15 years. I would say professionally, I've really only been creating for the last 10 or so. The simplest piece of advice that I can give to anybody that's starting to create videos on the internet is don't quit. Okay? And what I mean by that is you're going to go through a lot of trial and error. There's a lot of process in terms of figuring out what to create, down to ideas, down to packaging, titles, thumbnails, descriptions, keywords, strategy, systems, the whole 9 yards. And creating videos on the surface is not as easy as just planning a video and hoping that it works out. Little nod. I love that about the car community. The simplest advice when it comes to creating videos is don't stop creating videos. You know, just continue creating and creating and creating. And even though, yeah, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes throughout the process, chances are, if you change your mindset a little bit, you are gonna see those mini failures or those short-term moments of discomfort as periods of learning and periods of reflection and periods of understanding what not to do. And that's great because it helps you to understand what you can do in the future. I think with social media being so easy now to jump on and create videos, you can literally film in the palm of your hands. We've all got pretty good 4K cameras, right? I think because the barrier has got so much lower in recent years, it's so easy to create, and people see other people creating content on the internet and think, it must be really easy. All they seem to do is put out a piece of content and they've gone viral, or they've got loads and loads of new customers, and they've got lots and lots of views. But what you don't see with video is the decades of learning and systemizing and automating and adding levels of detail in their marketing systems. I think that nowadays people are a little more forgiving. You know, the pandemic's tied down, we are now all short of time, and I think that for a lot of people, going to your phone is a really easy option. The problem with easy is it gives this very kind of false facade that you're going to get results from very minimal effort. In my experience, that's not the case. Creating videos that actually really work for your business commercially is a lot of work, and whilst the surface level is easy in terms of actually physically creating the video itself, maybe thinking of the idea, editing, uploading, writing the copy, doing a thumbnail, that's all stuff that is generally pretty basic to do. I think people don't give credit to the amount of work that is required to turn a video into a lead, and then from a lead into an active customer. What a lot of people do with their videos is they'll put them out, you'll build an audience of people, of passive consumers who have no intent to purchase, and they have no real pain that needs solving with the product service that you have. Whereas to be able to use video commercially for your business, it's got to solve a problem for people, and it's got to be packaged in a way that keeps people within your ecosystem. So this is a roundabout way of saying that video is actually incredibly simple to do in principle. On the surface, you have to stay into a rhythm, right? You have to stay into a habit. You have to have that discipline to be able to do the thing that you maybe sometimes don't want to do when you least want to do it, but you know that you've got to push the boat out and you've got to kind of get stuck in with it. For example, I don't really want to be filming a video now as I'm going to the gym. This is like personal time. I'd rather not do it, but I know that if I don't do it, it will impact my business in the long run. Within 3 to 6 months' time, if I'm not putting out content, chances are my business is going to be pretty stagnant. I'm not going to get any new customers, and that means I'm not going to get enough cash to be able to support my family and then live the life that I want. So first and foremost, you've got to get into this system. You've got to get into this militant-like routine where no matter how you feel emotionally, you don't put that ever above the benefit benefit of the business. Out of every 10 videos, 9 aren't going to do well, but it's the routine that is the most important part of the process there. It's not necessarily about perfecting the packaging or perfecting the idea or perfecting the title. It's just about getting the thing done. The second thing here is I don't think people give creating videos enough time to kind of manifest into something. They post for a couple of months, they realize it's not working for them commercially, they go, it's not working for me, I'm going to throw in the towel, I can't bother, it's taking too much time, I'm spending too much money on it, etc, etc, I'm overwhelmed. But mate, again, I've been creating videos for a long time, right? I've now built the systems around stuff, I've automated certain parts of the process. I generally understand now that if I put out a piece of content that is, you know, it's got a good hook, it's got a payoff, there's a clear call to action to a next step that keeps people involved in my ecosystem, chances are in 3 months time I'm going to convert about 10% of those people into my community, which is a great position to be in. So it's predictable to a degree. It's not perfect. I'm sure there's going to be people that are better than I am at it. But on the surface, there's a routine to it, right? And there's a habit, and there's a rhythm to the madness. There's method to the madness, as they say. I guess a roundabout way of saying, don't worry about trying to perfect the process. Don't worry if you have videos that do flop on the internet. That's the nature of the beast. It's going to happen at some point. For me, it's more about a mindset shift. And as soon as you start thinking in terms of the failures that you're going to have at some point and see them as lessons and not moments of failure where, you know, you're down in the trenches and you can't get out and you put yourself down. If you use these as opportunities to learn, you know, why do they keep watching? Why are they engaging? Why are they downloading your things for free, your offers, your lead magnets, joining your newsletters, joining your email lists? As soon as you start to understand the science behind that, creating videos becomes more fun and it becomes a lot simpler to do as well. You're not guessing about the process, you're not trying to think of new ideas that you've never done before, you're actually just looking back at your past work and going, ah, cool, this is a great data point because this one didn't work but this one did. Why is that? Let's really break it down, let's dive deep into the details and let's kind of use some of these attributes to build a new piece of content. It sounds complicated, but all I'm saying is to really win with video is, one, it's not about being better than other people, it's just about doing it for longer than anybody can be bothered to do. Arguably 99% of people watching this video now will post a couple of videos. In 3 to 6 months, you guys won't be posting because it's hard work. You will feel emotionally like you haven't been rewarded for your effort, and that's just the situation, right? And two, to really win with video, it's just a mindset shift. You know, you're going to fail more times than you succeed with video, and that can either do one or two things: really put you down to the point that you stop posting, or two, it will keep you going and it will keep you motivated because you're learning something new every time. So all you really have to do to be able to create great videos is create 100. Create 100 in the next year. Learn from the mistakes that you make, which you're going to make. Don't try to master the video itself. There's no such thing as perfect when it comes to content creation. What works for me will not work for you. What works for you will not work What works for you will not work for somebody else, is what I'm trying to say. But by repetition and discipline and having that, not militant-like routine, but creating the habit so that no matter how you feel emotionally, you always do the thing, like brushing your teeth. Mate, I can tell you now, there's days where I come home and I can't be bothered. Between you and I, it sounds disgusting, but there's nothing that I could be more bothered to do than to brush my teeth when I'm sitting in bed and I'm basically asleep. Why do I want to get out of my bed to go and brush my teeth? I do, so don't worry, I haven't got smelly breath. But you've just got to create the routine, and through routine you start to build a lot of love for it because you learn along the way. That's really the simplest way to do video. It's not about fancy strategies and building fancy systems, although they can help at times. It's just about doing it, learning from it, replicating things that work, bidding the things that don't, and sticking at it for longer than anybody can be bothered to do it. So look, if you've enjoyed this video and you've shared similar beliefs that I have in terms of repetition, discipline, having the right mindset when it comes to content, not being a strategic and a systematic thing, but actually more of a rhythmic and a habitual thing, then click this video right here. You're going to enjoy this. It will teach you how to level up your videos for free. And if you fancy learning a bit more, you can join my weekly newsletter, which is link in the first line of the description. Click join the waitlist. You'll get weekly emails that will help you to level up your business for free with your videos. Until then, I'm going to go and do back at the gym. So I'll see you guys later. Peace.